Hi, it's DJ Veronica reporting for Hollywood Connections with Dawn Reese on 106.1 FM The Heat, on Tan Talk Radio, and other major TV network stations. Today I'm here with singer and entertainer Miss Holly Carroll. How are you today?
I'm very good. Thank you very much.
So thank you for meeting with us today and inviting us into your home. So I want to ask you, how did you begin your career?
Well, I started dancing when I was 2. I had my own records and record player, and I used to play them and dance around, and I had a stack of records, and my mother said that, she said, "You're still dancing?" I said, "Yeah, but I'm getting paid for it now." And and then I started singing. Well, I started playing trumpet. Played trumpet since I was in the 3rd grade. And my first boyfriend, when we were 11, played in the band in school, and at 13 he wrote and conducted a march for the band. Then I got to play first chair.
Who were your inspirations growing up? Like, what inspired you to do the career you have today?
Well, this is before your time. Nat King Cole had his own show and on TV, and when he played the song Unforgettable, I learned, that was the first song I learned on the piano, was Unforgettable. And then Liberace had his show, and he played my favorite classical tune, Clair de Lune. And I learned that when I was 11. So and then to play the trumpet, my sister was a big fan of Harry James. And I used to listen to that, and I thought, oh, I want to play that, So that's when I started playing in the 3rd grade. And I've been playing, and I worked with a group, Norm Yablin, and he played trumpet, and we had a Dixieland jazz band, and we worked all over the place. And when a girl plays trumpet and does a Marilyn Monroe impersonation and sings, I was working a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So who are some of the people that you've worked with, and who haven't you worked with that you'd like to work with?
Well, I did a movie with Sinatra in '68 called Lady in Cement. He knew everybody's lines and hints. It was Raquel Welch and Lainey Kazan, and it was over on 79th Street Causeway. Do you remember how swinging that was back in those days? Yeah. Yeah, and then when I was dancing at the phone booth, George C. Scott did the movie The New Centurions, and I was in that. And I was the dancer that came out of the ceiling and stuff like that. And one of my first dancing go-go girls, as I was a go-go girl, was with Ike and Tina Turner at Ciro's on Sunset Strip when they had the hit Proud Mary. Then I got a job working in San Francisco and the Condor Room and all those places, and I worked with Sly and the Mojo Men and Bobby Freeman, who, "Come on everybody, let's do the swim." Yeah. This is way before your time.
I know that song.
Well, now they were Sly and the Family Stones, but then it became Sly and the Mojo Men. Anyway, and I don't know, and then I got a call to go to Japan and sing at the Copa in Tokyo. And and I worked in Japan for a month. So with music is a universal language. So all these Japanese players, you give them the charts and they read it. So it was cool. And I worked at the Copa in Tokyo, the Club Valona in Osaka, and the Green Hut in Kobe. And it's very clean over there. Oh my God, you could eat off the streets. They're very clean people. They're always cleaning, and I said I could live here in a minute. So then, let's see. Then when I was working with Leonard, he worked with another dancer, Terry Starr, in Vegas, and she called me and said, "Would you like to work at the Palomino here?" And I said, "Well, I don't know." She said, "Well, I have a job for you if you want it." And I said, "Where would I live?" She says, "I have a 3-bedroom home, and you can stay with me." And then I got a job singing there at the Maxim Hotel and in the Sahara. And I worked with Randy Credico and another guy. And I got started singing then, and then I worked in Vegas for 6 years. Then I went to Canada, and I worked up there for 7 years. I came down here on vacation and never left. in '87, and I came down to visit an agent that used to book me in LA, and she started booking me all over here. Yeah, so and the hotel, the condominiums, and be working with the band, and it's really cool. So, but my dream growing up, my fantasies was to dance with Fred Astaire and sing with the Count Basie band.
Nice. So you have an auto. Can I get the book? The autobiography book.
Yes.
Can you tell us about it? And like, where could we get it?
Amazon.com or Xlibra.com. This is the chosen one because I was adopted, and my daddy told me I was the chosen one because they already had 2 kids of their own, and so he said we went to pick you out at St. Vincent de Paul, and that's back of the book. I do country too. I do swing, country, and blues. Yeah.
So is there a place where we can get your music or find out events that you're doing in the future?
Well, chosen one is on cdbaby.com, and I wrote a whole bunch of songs. I Want a Grown Man, and all the leading men's names are Johnny because my first husband's name was John, and he looked like John Travolta, but he couldn't dance. Anyway, I'd love to be able to dance with John Travolta. He was awesome. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, I wrote the song "Chosen One," and because of my dad.
That's awesome.
So,
Do you have upcoming events that we could go to? Any singing events that you're doing?
well, I'm going to be. Gee, I had 4 of them this past week. Where were you then? On Sundays, I sing with the Jerry T band up at Nick's Italian restaurant in Fort Lauderdale, and I have the premise for a TV show from Nick's because when you walk in there, you feel like you're at home. It's like family, you know, and so we did a video of it, and the premise is Florida is half seniors and half Latin. So I'm doing the senior stuff, and Jasmine is singing the Latin stuff, and she's the Latin bombshell. She's really good, and she sang "Proud Mary" for me because it's on the promo thing, and it's a fun place to hang out. 6-piece band, and all the swing dancers are there, you know.
Thank you to Miss Holly Carroll. Back to you, Dawn, in the studio.